A sponsor would never really come to you if they are not getting benefited from you joining their team as a collaborator.
I'm not the best student in the class, but I guess I'm not the only one in this situation when we reach the final semester of fashion design. After all these semesters, expenses, my pockets have gone dry exactly when I need it in the most for my final collection. So, hey, it is not just for design students, but also for designers who are running their own show that needs to watch this video. Creating a design collection has so many expenses like getting the fabrics, materials, trims, tools, and all the work that goes in making a collection. Creativity flows best when we have abundant resources for materials to play with. And this is where you need to learn how to get sponsorships. I'm sure you have these questions. You must be thinking, why will an industry even sponsor you, right? First of all, it is not just about monetary sponsorship, but material sponsorship that can save you a huge amount of money. What is a waste to someone can be gold to another.
We manufacture poly buttons and plastic hangers for brands such as H&M, Nike, Marks and Spencer, etc. It's nice that Sandeep reached out to us, and we would love to explore this possibility of supplying our buttons to design students and seeing what they come up with. I'm sure if passionate students put their mind to something unique and they use our products, I'm sure they can come up with something great.
Do you know that most of the manufacturers create surplus materials to ensure the committed quantity for their customers, and mostly these surplus either go for surplus stock sales in fraction of a price or remain in their godowns. These are big expenses to them. These surplus are also open for giving away for design students' projects so that there's some new value that can be generated. There is this big concern happening about diverting industry waste into something useful, and definitely design students can recreate value out of these wastes. Mind you, these wastes are beautiful pieces and that can be reused. The industry is looking out for these design students who can find some valuable solutions.
The only time that I have seeked out sponsorship in my past is the time that I was at NIF doing my design collection. It was a good start to begin with. It gave me the opportunity to explore what kinds of fabrics I wanted, what kinds of trims I wanted. It gave me that freedom to spend that kind of money on whatever I wanted to make. That's always a plus. And it got me exploring into a multitude of ways that I wanted to take my design collection forward. In hindsight, I could have used that opportunity more to advertise about my work, to promote my work more, and had I gone that path, I could have, I think, altered the way I entered into the industry. I could have entered as a private label and started my journey from there instead of starting as an assistant designer at an export house.
Here are some of the benefits that students can get through sponsorship process. Free material, the material knowledge, the process, the technology of the entire material. Industry connection, if you do really well with the materials used or win an award and you mention about the sponsor, the company will not just love you but also offer you opportunities which you have never thought ever imagined as well. So, practical mileage and support on the collection, usage of machinery or any technique, industry linkages to get your things done. Here is what the industry can benefit out of sponsorships. Visibility and indirect marketing of your product or the company with the youth and social media entirely. Fresh ideas from young minds can lead to new possibilities, remember that. Influencer opportunities. Sometimes these sponsored students may become overnight celebrities, and keeping association with them can be highly beneficial as a sponsor. Value out of waste. You must mention your pressing concerns which should be taken into the design brief for the student's collection. Here is what colleges can do. Create a dedicated module on waste materials for students to explore high-value possibilities. Education about collaboration and sponsorships, the entire process. College support in mentoring and engaging with the industry for communication and delivery. Mentors can ensure a high-value output addressing the industry brief. That is how everything can be met and put together.
So I feel there are two very important things which the design students, fresh out of college or even who've worked for some time, it's very important to have two things. One is a very strong keenness towards the sponsor or the collaborator you're approaching. Like, you cannot be from a home furnishing industry and approaching a fashion industry kind of a collaborator. you have to be from the same industry and you have to be showing your keenness so that the sponsor also feels that, we are going to benefit. A sponsor would never really come to you if if they are not getting benefited from you joining their team as a collaborator. So it's very important to show that kind of a keenness in the pitch you're presenting.
Now here is the method and I'll tell you in detail. Basically a blueprint of how to approach your sponsors. Do it this way. Finalize the area of materials you are surely going to use. Only reach out to the appropriate industry counterpart, and here I will encourage you to reach out to manufacturers for material sponsorship. Script out a crisp write-up where you introduce yourself, your intentions as a designer or as a design student. Remember to keep it as short as possible, as the industry experts will not have the time for you. So here is an example where I draft an email, a perfect example I would say, where I'm writing about myself. So here it goes. I'm one of the toppers in design and I'm also an upcoming Instagram influencer. I love nature and hence practice recycling. I am working on a collection made out of 100% waste materials and wish to reach out to you for providing me with your stock materials like fabrics and trims, which I intend to use for my women's wear theme. I plan to showcase my collection in the Fashion Week, all my social media platforms, and would be honored to mention your company as a title sponsor. I would be more than proud to be associated with your products and hope to be of value to you as well. This is a win-win thing. Please find attached our college letter which states all the details, right? So then the attachment comes in, and I'm actually leaving a free PDF blueprint in the description below. So make sure you scroll down and look out for the information. Please make sure to customize the look, as the industry will receive similar looking sponsorship requests coming from everybody who's watched my videos. So do not reach out or send any request unless it is on the university letterhead and addressed by your faculty. Remember, the industry will still have high regards for faculties, but not you as students. Faculties have a reputation and relation with the industry. You're still young and there are hundreds of students who actually approach the industry, that's why.
Specifically, I approached Arvind Mills because we both share, the same principles of having a sustainable approach towards the design process. But because Arvind Mills is such a huge company, they would definitely have a lot of, stocks and some roles which did not go out as exports. So instead of they giving it out to the smaller middlemen who would probably make things which are probably not as design worthy as they should be because the material is great. So this is where I came in. I told them, how about we collaborate? We make collections with the pre-consumer waste that you have, and we give it a very aesthetic design angle. We make this denim couture out of it, and of course on the tags and wherever we are putting our pictures and wherever we are putting our videos, we showcase your name. So it is kind of a win-win for both of us. And now Desijin, Touchwood is like on the Vogue and all the big magazines and everything, but it is all thanks to the collaborator, because without them I would not have got the pre-consumer beautiful waste that they are able to give me.
So if you want to know about how to do a proper trend research in the industry, check the video in this section. And if you want to know about how to create a mood board, the entire process in detail, check this video here. All right? And check some of my other videos on this side. I look forward to hearing from you and creating and building a great community. So I wish you all the best, and I hope you all get some sponsorships and you work out a deal with the industry so there's a win-win. Huh?